Back in 1972, a star was born. In fact, a car was born, the Volkswagen Golf. Now, 38 years on, the Mark 7 Volkswagen Golf is here, and this is it. And let's just talk about the numbers, shall we? So in those 38 years, 29 million Volkswagen Golfs had found homes, and in the UK, 1.6 million. So it's a pretty important market for Volkswagen. In terms of size, this car is 56 millimeters longer than the old one, about that I think. The wheelbase is 59 millimeters longer, probably about that. It's 13 millimeters wider, which is about that, and 28 millimeters lower, so it's pretty much Golf sized. The boot is 30 litres larger than the old car, but crucially, the weight is 100 kilos left, and that's part of the advanced chassis technology, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. The most important figure of the lot, though, is the price, and that's pretty unusual these days because this new Golf, at least the entry-level model, is no more expensive than the one it replaces. And model for model, the engines have changed, the specs have changed, and equipment levels tend to have gone up. This car is good value compared to the old one. That's pretty rare these days. Let's just take a quick look, if I pull over, and see if it still looks like a Golf. So let's take a look around, shall we? Yep, it's definitely a Golf. Okay, so it's a little bit conservative out there, but maybe that's the Boris Johnson in me. But in here, where you're going to be spending most of your time, it is an absolute delight. The quality is the thing that will hit you first. You've got the squishiest of squishy plastics. Even some of the plastics lower down are the sort of plastics you might expect to find in the touchier surfaces on other cars. The driving position is really good. Got to mention these seats. The Volkswagen Golf, Volkswagen is keen to tell us, is a very back-friendly car. From the lower lip height of the boot at the back to these seats, which have won some award from a back council somewhere, but they really are quite comfortable. The view forward is great, nice clear dials, a TFT display screen, and controls on the steering wheel. There's an ergonomic howler, can you believe, from Volkswagen. On the right, all the controls for the multifunction display and the audio system. On the left, it's the cruise control. But down here on the left, you also get the volume controls. They should be over there on the right with the audio stuff. Never mind, I can forgive it for that, because you also get this lovely touch screen on higher models. It's sometimes an expensive option, but I think it's worthwhile, particularly this 8-inch version, because as you move your finger towards the screen, it senses that you're there and the menus come up. That's an absolute delight. This high gloss finish is from the GT spec cars. You'll also be able to get an S and an SE, and I reckon you're probably going to get a very similar level of quality. You've got all the functionality and the connectivity that you expect. I've managed to connect my my new iPhone 5 through to the Bluetooth system, so you can actually play some of the latest sounds. You weren't supposed to see that bit. Never mind, let's have a look in the back. So, in the back here, there's me, a big bloke sitting behind me, although clearly I can't be in two places at once. There's plenty of knee room, slightly more than before. Decent amount of shoulder room here. I reckon 3 across the back shouldn't be too much of a problem. And as for headroom, I could probably wear a bowler hat in here. So as we've said, the boot is more back friendly as well, with a lower loading lip than before, and 30 litres more space in the boot. And these things, these parcel shelves, are the bane of my life, because when you take them out, you've got nowhere to put them. But Volkswagen have thought of everything, and underneath this false boot floor is a handy place for the parcel shelf to go. What's more, the rear seats split 60-40 and can fold flat at the touch of a button. Great! This new Golf Mark 7 is a technological tour de force, not least because it's based on Volkswagen's now famous MQB platform technology. Now, MQB stands for, hang on, just let me put my best German accent on.
Modularer Querbaukasten.
Thank you. And that means the car is both lightweight and cheaper to build. It'll underpin a whole host of Volkswagens, Audis, Seats and Skodas in the future. But you can really feel the lack of weight in this car. It feels more nimble than the old car. It's still not exactly a sports car to drive, but it's more composed, it's more comfortable, it's more refined. The level of wind noise and road noise is almost non-existent. It's so impressive in such a small car. This car's got a clever 1.4 litre TSI engine inside with 138 brake horsepower. The clever bit is that it actually shuts 2 of its cylinders down when it doesn't need them, helping to save fuel. It's quite punchy and refined, as all TSR engines are. You can get another slightly lower powered 1.4 TSI, a couple of 1.2 TSIs, a 1.6 diesel and a 2 litre diesel. Coming next year will be the hot GTI and a Blue Motion version that will do, wait for it, 88 miles per gallon. That equates to 85 grams per kilometre of CO2, which is hybrid territory. And if you actually think about electric cars and where the power comes from, you're not far from the CO2 level of an electric car like a Nissan Leaf. The thing I love about the Volkswagen Golf is it's a classless car. You can take it to a posh hotel or you can pop out for fish and chips on a Friday. But this one, Golf Mark 7, it's a magnificent 7. It's a little bit like Coldplay. Now, they're one of the world's biggest bands, hugely popular, and by all accounts they're a great band. Not necessarily to my taste, but they sell records in huge numbers, and the Golf, it's going to be a huge success, and it is a truly, truly great car.